Hey, everybody. Welcome to Forever Rivals. Well, there's only two rivals here now. The other two, as we saw, are off to Bali. Early holiday for a couple of you guys.
Can't
Who
wait.
would have thought the way you had it set up there, Rocco? You sitting on the top corner and me sitting on the other top corner there. So it was like you were pretty much predicting it.
And the two bottoms here, yeah, at the final. Oh, there was a big fall by this bloke here in the right-hand bottom corner here. Big fall this year. We'll talk about that. Yes, Marco? Got nothing to say?
Not much to say, mate, but yeah, where did it go, brother? Where did it go?
All
Good
right,
evening, anyway, fellas.
Here we go. We're starting to chant. Rocco. What do we got here? Oh, coincidence. Yes, it is a bit of a... And welcome to Martula. She got her finals tickets today. She told me. Go the Blue Boys.
Did you go, Rock? Did you get yours?
Mate, what do you reckon?
Why? You never know. You never
Come
know.
on, man. There's no chance that I won't be at a final. No chance at all. I'm telling you right now.
Is that your reserve seat you got behind you there? You're going to put that on one of the chairs at the G early.
Right, that was the reserve seat. That is, I reserved final spot a while back. Yeah, so that's the reserve seat, mate. There you go, mate. That's my reserve seat at the MCG. Yeah. So, no, definitely got them this morning, man. No problem. We got them all sitting together. So, yeah, got them at about tickets went on sale at 10 and we had our tickets by 10:01. So that was it, done. Level 1, 4 rows back next to the fucking bench. So we're going to be slating everybody that comes near that bench, man. It's going to be a big night. Rare. That's it. Rare for reserved. I like it. Well, we'll find out. We've got some questions here. Did Manny get his tickets? Come on, man. Are you serious?
Did you, Manny?
Did he get his ticket? He probably didn't even know they went on sale. When did Collingwood tickets go on sale? You wouldn't even know, man. You would not even know. All right. Good day, guys. Got my tickets today as well.
Why should I take away that little bit of parade that you have at the moment, Rocco? It's been a long time between drinks that you've actually played finals football. It's been 10 years.
What's you going? When are you even playing your final? Are you playing it on the same? Are you playing on the same night as us? Are you? Are you playing on the same night as us? Are you?
Welcome to the finals.
How can you say welcome to the finals? You've never been near a finals game, bro. What are you talking about? You've never been to a finals game.
We played finals.
Say welcome to the finals.
What do you mean? We just missed out in the grand final last year.
Where are you sitting in the first final? Where are you sitting?
We kicked Carlton everything.
Where are you sitting at the first final?
You mean, are we talking about the game or are we talking about, what are we talking about? I'm saying that I'm telling you, welcome to finals football.
But you said, how can you take away my parade? But I don't understand how you going to your final. Right?
Where are you sitting, Manny?
But it's not about me right now. It's not about me right now. We're talking
Where
about
are you sitting?
What are you
Where are you
talking
sitting,
about?
Manny?
It's not about you. We're on Forever Rivals.
That's
You
right.
absolute banana.
That's right.
Here we go. Manny started with a bang. Wait, I've got to put that on the
I would like to sit there. I'd like to give you 2 minutes for you to sit there and talk about where you're sitting.
And I'm going to give you, while we go through this, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to find out where you're sitting on. What day are you playing? Do you even know?
We're playing on Thursday, Rocco.
Whereabouts?
And we're playing at the MCG, Rocco.
And where are you going to be sitting?
At this stage, I think I might be
on the couch.
3.
Yeah, level 3. You're going to be level 3 in your fucking garage. Shut up. What?
Level 3 at this stage.
Show me your ticket. Show me your ticket.
I don't have my tickets with me at the moment.
Are we going to do this again?
I don't have to show you anything.
Nah,
the proof
You
The
have
proof will be next week, Rocco.
anyway, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You
Keep
got
dreaming,
how'd you get a
Rocco.
ticket? What'd you get? A general admission?
You can't get a general admission these days, mate.
So what did you get?
Like I said, next
What
week.
did you get? I'll
I'm
tell you
waiting.
exactly where I'm sitting. Level 1, row D, M50, and I'll even give you the fucking number if you want.
That's right, because you went and bought them yourself, Rocco.
Yeah, and what did you do? Did you get one of your fans to buy you one? What'd you do? You got the goey to buy you one from Bali?
I've actually
Shut up.
I've actually got
Full
my
of shit.
cousin.
Yeah, your cousin, the one that you try to pretend his membership. How did he get? He can only get one membership. What did he do? Has he got spare memberships? Has he? You can only get one ticket per membership. So what did he do?
That's right. Well, his wife doesn't want to go to the game this year.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah. All right. Now you probably haven't even got a cousin with a wife.
Exactly.
Whatever. You're talking shit again.
Let's not back up stories, Rocco.
You know what? You
Like
can talk all your shit until you send me a photo. That next Thursday, we'll see what game you go to.
Like I said, Rocco.
What a lie. Anyway, like, subscribe, and become a member of the Jumper Punch. Unlike Manny, who's a plastic supporter. But anyway, let's get back into this because you already made me feel more stupid than when I first started this conversation. Everyone, become a member, like, share. Everyone's been great. And while we're talking about Manny, let's go straight into it. All right, we have got the mannerisms and we've added some new ones. Let's go. There was only 3 from last week, but if anyone's got any more, can you please send them through? The first one was he thinks that players should wear a glove with sensors in them. Manny thinks that every player should wear a glove with sensors so they could touch the ball. Bravo, 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 bravo. All right, number 2 from last week thinks loyalty is only for other clubs and not Collingwood. Yes, everyone remembers that. He thinks that every other coach should be loyal except for his shit club. And I've put this in here, right, because I'm now jumping ahead and I reckon I'm 120% right. Didn't get tickets for the first final because he's a plastic supporter. And we've got a song for you. I'm a Manny girl in a Manny world. I'm made of plastic. It's fantastic. Won't go to a game because he thinks it rains. I'm a plastic fan. Leave early when I can. Yeah, fucking plastic fan.
Hey, Rocco, I love it. I love it.
I know you love it.
I absolutely love it.
I know you love it.
Hey, before you get too excited, we've had a great sponsor, Schnitz. You didn't even mention these guys on our one of our first finals of the show.
You didn't mention that. There's a big sign behind me, mate, and I mention them every single time. And if you didn't talk your shit about your bloody finals, not going to them, I would have mentioned them, which I was about to mention them now. And everyone knows about Snitz. I don't have to tell them. Snitz Northland, go to see Gokhan and go and get your 17% now. I'm going to get stuck into you, Marco. I checked.
Oh, thank you, Bello.
You're still not a member, you shit drug supporting person there.
No, I've already subscribed, so I haven't yet got it.
Subscribe is a push of a button, mate. The subscribe is.
But I haven't got a Northlands yet to go and get a schnitzel, but I will be doing that very soon. Once I've had me schnitzel, I'll become a member.
So you're the only one who doesn't support this channel.
I do support it thoroughly. That's why I'm here every week, supporting, showing my face.
I'm supporting you. You're not supporting nothing.
No, I'm supporting you.
How are you supporting me?
By being here, but by showing my beautiful face.
Man, can I just get some comments about Marco?
So I will become a member very, very, very soon. But
well, very soon. It's over in 4 weeks. What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, we've still got another 12. We've still got another season next year. So
hey, you've got
we'll wait and see.
You've got the mannerism. Maybe you should have the Marconism.
I should have the tight assism. I can't believe you're such a tight ass, man. What? Don't worry about trying to put away for bloody the drugs for your team, mate. You don't need
well,
any of that. They can organise it themselves. You got that Dodorio there, man. He should be able to fucking
he'll be able to
get
support
you
us
another
somehow.
shit recruit there.
Yeah,
all right.
very true.
Here we go. We've got, look at this. Look at this. Level 4 Q53 tickets. Can't wait, man. People have already got their tickets. You're a disgrace, Manny. Plastic supporter number 1. All right. How about, we haven't heard from Quinn. How's Quinn going, mate?
Oh, I'm just here, mate, in the background, watching, having fun, listening to you guys carry on. It's I'm all right. The season's done. It feels weird. I don't know how to handle this one at the moment. It's weird having the season over so early. Trying to pick my finals side. I don't know who I want. I don't know who I want yet. So
I reckon it's open this year. It's pretty open this year. You just don't know.
it could be anyone's game the way we're traveling. Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
As long as it's not any of you two pricks up here, I don't care.
It will be us, man. Don't you worry, man. We're coming strong.
I don't think
man.
so.
We're coming
good
strong.
point, Quinny. Good point, mate.
What would you know? You follow a drug addict side.
No, we're fine, mate.
What would you know?
Don't worry about drugs.
You said that you were guaranteed to make the 8. Remember that?
Yeah.
So
I did say that.
No, hang on.
And I do apologise.
Hang on. Let's be fair. He didn't say that. What he said was, history shows you that after round 1, the team that finishes on top after round 1 always ends up playing finals football.
Yeah, it's very, very true, Manny. And the funny thing is, look, not for anything, but I guess we're probably one game away from making the finals.
You were like miles away.
No, we were one game away from making the finals.
That was
we ended up
false indications. Are you serious?
We ended up being on top of Geelong, which made the grand final and were premiership.
Geelong had a bunch of bloody 80-year-olds in the.
Doesn't matter. They made the grand final last year. They won the grand final. Sydney played in the grand final. They ended up finishing 8th. So we're 4 points behind. Obviously, we probably just didn't have enough.
Seriously think this is what I love about you guys. You seriously think, right, that Essendon is 4 points away from a finals team?
Yeah, I think
Really?
it might have been the last. It might have been the last 4 or 5 weeks that we
smashed by 200 points in the last 2 games. And
it was all done.
Points. That's why you're so far behind. You've got no.
That's
idea.
correct. In some ways, that's correct, Rock. But before those 2 games, we were in it, and we lost a couple of games that we probably should have won against Port. And after the siren, they kicked that goal, and Sydney we lost by 2 points. But those points could have got us over the line and got us in the top 8. But
Hey, Mark,
we're not too far away. We're not too far away.
Let's say that you guys did end up finishing in the 8th, right? Let's say you finished 8th, right?
Yep.
And the last game that you guys played, would that be a clear indication that you guys would be ready to play finals football?
I reckon if we would have made the 8 and obviously would have probably played Carlton, I reckon we would have had a chance to beat them. Honestly, if we're going into that momentum, I think we would have probably beaten Carlton. I would have rather played Carlton than say a GWS or a Sydney at home. So look, I mean, it wasn't to be, but it is what it is, and we could have made the finals, but we didn't just take the advantage of it, and I think we were just a bit too tired mentally and physically. So it is what it is. But
ran out of fuel this season. Seriously, Mark, you are delusional. I think that what's happened is the drugs have got to your head.
Season 20? Are we talking about season 2023? Are we like I don't know?
I'm talking about this year. Yeah.
Have you smoked something, or have you taken something and you're still delusional? What's going on?
No, we don't take any of those drugs like Collingwood and the Spuds up there in Carlton. We're not drug cheats or do things under the table.
Where did that accusation come from?
What's that?
The drug part. I've never heard anything to do with
Carlton. Oh yeah. We can get into that a little bit later on again, or maybe first.
We can get into it right now. Where were those accusations. Sorry,
Accusations.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get too
No,
involved
what do
with
you mean
it.
you
But
don't want to get it? You do want to get into it because you brought it up. So get into it.
yeah, well, we can go back a few years now with the
Go back a few
yeah,
years. I want to see, and then tell me so I can look up the article. Show me.
I believe that years ago, when
No,
Carlton,
not what you believe. Not what you believe. Not what you believe. You made accusations that Collingwood and Carlton are drug cheats. Where is the proof of that?
Collingwood players possibly would be taking drugs to enhance their performance. So,
And
that
where's
would
the
surprise
evidence
me.
of
Like,
that?
oh well, you can not half tell, Rock, mate. Come on, half of the players,
Jesus
look
Christ.
like they're on. Looks like
Listen, the best thing
look
you
like
can
they're
do
flying
now
anyway.
is you shut up. The best thing
Carlton, when you really think about it, their salary cap breaches, right? Those years ago.
That's got nothing to do with it.
How do you think?
No, I'm not going to let you talk. Your accusations were drugs. You had nothing to do with me. So where are they?
How do you think the Spuds? How do you think the Spuds would have paid for their players to breach that salary cap? It's all about the drugs. So they would have got drug money to pay their players to obviously perform and go beyond there. But that's what I believe. I believe
anyway,
that.
Actually, I'm not going to talk anymore because this is gold, mate. I just want you to keep digging this hole.
Rocco,
That's what I believe. How else did Carlton get their players to earn more extra funds? Where, from the club? No, it was from say hello to my little friend.
You're making the accusations. I'm just waiting for you.
Can I just say that
that's drug cheating because
I don't think it's Mark.
It's illegal drugs.
It's not Mark's fault. It's if you listen to the song is misleading to their fans. It says, "See the bombers fly up." So what do? They're flying up, and they've got no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, we ain't no drug cheats, mate. You tell me which one of any of those players were found guilty of drugs. Which one of those 36 players?
Penalised. They were all found.
Not one of them. No proof. The only reason why we were scapegoats, mate. We were scapegoats because we were the only club that would be only able to kind of persist with it and be loyal and support our club. If it was Collingwood or Carlton or Richmond, their supporters would have run away. So Essendon were made the scapegoats. We're not guilty. There's no proof of it being guilty. We were made the scapegoats. And the only reason for that is because they knew that our club was going to succeed and we were going to stick behind them, and that's what we've done.
This is bad.
Hey, Mark.
We haven't succeeded, Mark.
Hey, Mark, you're talking about...
We have, because we've still got over 100,000 members, and we're still supporting our club.
You don't have 100,000.
Because of that drug saga. If it was Richmond, your supporters, Queen would have run away and gone, oh, no, we're druggies. And that's why Essendon were made scapegoats, because the AFL knew that the supporters would stick behind them and get through it thick and thin. And that's what we've done, all right? We're not drug cheats. Carlton are drug cheats. Collingwood just take drugs, and Richmond, God knows what they're on these days with half their players.
All right. Hey,
mark my words.
Mark, do you know we're live?
I know we're live. That's all right. Is there, if anything, what's anyone got to say about that? Mate, what is it? It's the truth.
You know the best. Manny is fucking wrapped here, mate. He's like the limelight has just fallen off him. This is gold, mate. Oh, mate.
Bring it on.
This is the best. Keep going, mate. Keep going.
That's the truth.
It's going to be an hour of this.
That's the truth.
Are you right with that? An hour of this? This is like gold.
Well, listen,
this is fantastic.
First and foremost, the question that was brought to your attention,
I think we found no regrets.
Where is that regrets?
No regrets is in the comments. He's in the comments, Rock. He's here.
See, you've got to get them on board somehow, mate.
All right, we got a question. So explain how Carlton are drug cheats. You haven't explained what you've done.
How did you pay your players, mate? How did you pay your players?
This is what it is, man. This is what it is. I'll explain. I'll educate you, right? Because I'm just a dumb.
No, don't educate me. They would have been paying their players.
Listen, I'm just
because.
So I'm going to educate you, right?
Okay.
All right. This is how it works, right? You make the accusation. So now the burden of proof is on you. See, I haven't made any accusations. What you're doing is you're trying to turn that burden of proof onto me. And I won't fall for that, right? Because I've made no accusations. The only thing I've said is what has been stated, and you've been fined, and if you say to us...
There is no proof, mate. There is no proof, Rock. It means jack shit, mate. That's an accusation as well. That's an accusation as well.
Because you've got fined, mate.
Fine is nothing. Fine. Not one player was found guilty of taking drugs, mate. So it was, we were just
all of them.
Huh?
Why did they miss 12 months of football and lose your premiership points?
Because it was the AFL that made us to be the scapegoats, to be punished for any other club, that might be taking any drugs enhancing. That's all it was, mate. There was other clubs doing it. There were other clubs doing it, mate. Right? It wasn't just Essendon.
Like saying, if you get caught speeding, going, oh, but other people speed. What are you catching me for?
Yeah, well, if you get caught speeding and you get fined, you're guilty for it. There was no proof that the club, there was no proof that the club was taking any performing enhancing drug. Not one player was found guilty.
That's why your players resigned. That's why they admitted it. They admitted
the AFL. The AFL used this.
They found you. This is the best.
The AFL had to find one club that they were confident about, knowing that they will go through this procedure. That the supporters will stick with them. Otherwise, if it was another club, they would have merged or the supporters would have left. All right, because Essendon.
Why they choose the club that haven't played finals in 10 years then? Why wouldn't they have
chosen? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they play finals for 50 years, Quinn. The supporters are loyal and they'll always stick with them. We don't walk away. We don't walk off the ground.
Carlton hasn't played finals for fucking 10 years. We got bloody.
We'll always support our club. We'll always beat it. Not like Carlton against what GWS.
We've got more business than you.
Carlton against GWS. Half the supporters left at 3/4 time.
Hey, Mark, what are you talking about?
What loyalty is that?
Hey, Mark, did you watch the Collingwood Essendon game? Collingwood Essendon game. Did you watch the Collingwood Essendon game?
Yeah, I watched it, mate, all the way.
By the end of second quarter, I reckon there would have been about close to 10, maybe 15,000 Bomber supporters that were waiting at Jollymont Station to catch a train, and they're getting reports saying, oh, the football must have finished early. And then somebody said, no, it's those die-hard Essendon supporters, loyal Essendon supporters that just decided to stay there and watch their team play to the final siren. Hey, Mark, listen.
Well, maybe that could have been because they weren't going to make finals. Maybe that's because they weren't going to make finals, and I can understand that. But to have a team that's going to make the finals, and half the supporters walk off at 3/4 time, that's not supporting, mate. That's just like, oh yeah, okay, let's move on.
We're not supporters, mate. Anyway, when you get back to that question, you made an accusation that Carlton and Collingwood were drug cheats, and you still haven't come up with one bit of evidence. Not one.
Well, I can't give you the evidence, mate. Otherwise, they'll all come and get me, mate.
Come on, man. You're live here. You're making accusations.
I'm not lying.
Like,
I'm not lying.
Like Manny last week making accusations.
You think about it. You think about it. You talk about drugs. You talk about drugs. You talk about drugs or drug cheating or drug intaking. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Again, you're trying to put the burden of proof onto us.
Anyway, can I ask a question?
Well, I believe that Carlton play. I believe that.
Well, that's for evidence.
Well, there's no evidence. You've got no evidence about Essendon. You've got no evidence about Essendon.
Wearing the seatbelt on their jumper. What was that all about?
Because we were scared you're going to crush us.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We were scared that Colin was going to smash us, and you did.
Was that maybe them telling you just try and be safe or what? I don't know. What was it like?
Yeah.
Is that your new sponsor? What is
TAC, obviously, but
Right.
just to be safe out there in the roads, which is a good cause. Not like Collingwood. What have they done?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
What have Collingwood done?
I'll tell you about something about Essendon.
Peanuts.
And seriously, you systematically gave drugs to kids, which was an absolute. Yes, you did, and it was an absolute disgrace because you had parents who were making absolute claims against your club.
They were concerned.
Right? Of course they were concerned, because if that was your son, you would have been at the door saying, what the hell are you pumping?
Correct. Correct. Right. But there was no proof of it, Rock. There's no proof of it.
Hang on. What was that football player for Essendon, the Greek boy?
Zaharakis.
What was his name?
Zaharakis, yeah.
Zaharakis. He turned out he was the only person that wasn't accused of it because he put his hand up and said, I fear the syringe. I have a fear of that. And he was the only one that walked away knowing that he had no attachment to it.
No proof, mate. Get over it. We were made the scapegoats, mate. Get over it. All right. At the end of the day, we were the only club that would have to survive. We're the only club that could survive from this bullshit saga.
Drug cheats, and it's
no, we're not drug cheats, mate. Carlton are drug cheats, and Colin will take drugs.
No, one of the worst drug cheat teams in the history of sport, not just Australia. And you sat there, and instead of like copying it like a man, what you did was you started throwing accusations at other clubs. And I wish the accusation against Collingwood was true. But I can honestly say here that I've never heard anyone ever say that, ever. If you want to say that we were caught with a salary cap, I'll take all of that, right?
Yeah.
But if
so how'd you pay your players?
Drug cheats,
how did you pay your players?
You are embarrassing as a side.
So how did you pay? How did you pay your players, mate?
What are you talking about?
Well, how did they pay the players extra money? Was it the club, or was it maybe illicit drugs?
You're throwing the accusation, and I'm not gonna try. The burden of proof is always on you. I can see you don't understand how the court systems work, right? Once you get proven, once you get accused, your job is right to prove yourself guilty or not guilty. It's not up to me to do it. You've thrown the accusation out there, right? No proof. It's actually a disgrace that you've done that. There's no proof of yours. Zero. All you've said is, how did you pay? How did you pay? Do you know in our board, we got 4 of the richest men in the fucking Australia. You got the Pratts, you got the Kerrs, you got the Mathesons. But your thing is, you paid them with drugs. Are you serious, Mark? You're throwing out accusations, mate. You do understand this is live.
That could be the truth, Rock. That could be the truth, mate. You just don't know, brother. That could be the truth. That's where maybe the funds come from to pay your players extra.
What about your
accusation or not?
Rocco? Hey, Rocco,
say hello to my little friend.
Hey, what about your sponsor at Icon Stadium?
Who is it?
Well, the company Icon. They're one of your biggest sponsors, and that's why they call it Icon Stadium.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, that is the worst accusation I've ever heard in my life. The people are dying here, man.
Don't be in denial. Don't be in denial, Rock, mate. Don't be in denial, mate. It comes from somewhere. It comes from somewhere, mate. It comes from somewhere.
Shut up, Mark. You're actually making a fool of yourself. It really is.
That's okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
Can
If
I
you
ask
really
you,
think, if you
can I
really
ask
think
a
about
question
it deep inside, you'll start to wonder.
Quinn, can I ask a question? My
course you
question
can.
is, looking at the top 8 right now, right?
Mhm.
And looking at the, excuse me, and looking at the fact that, okay, Collingwood had a pretty bad run. Brisbane, they're probably looking hot as. Carlton is a team that at the moment is on fire. But when you're looking at the top 8 right now, it would be fair to say that no other team could have probably, apart from the Bulldogs, where they sort of started going, they were up and down, up and down. I don't think there was any other team that was knocking on that door. That was close enough to knock on that door.
Not in the final round, there wasn't. The Bulldogs were the only ones. They needed
Yeah, I
Carlton
know
to
that.
win.
But what
and
I'm
they would've
saying is,
made it, but no.
the Bombers, let's say the Bombers were in the top 8, right? And the game against Collingwood meant nothing. I can tell you right now, the Bombers look absolutely, excuse me, they look worse than than VFA Casey. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You got,
It was a very
you got no
one-sided
idea.
game. It was a pretty
All
good
right.
game.
Look who showed up. I can't believe it. Look who showed up. You are a loser, no regrets. 9 weeks, mate. And after you win a game, you come on. Guess what? No regrets. Guess what? No regrets. I'm not even putting up your comments anymore because I don't do fucking bandwagon. Here we go.
No,
Wait a sec.
no.
Shut up. Shut up.
Is the epitome of a Collingwood. Go to Pines! Come on!
Yeah. Come on.
I'm from Maui! I'm from Maui!
Hey,
What a loser. What a loser,
no,
man.
no regret.
That is embarrassing.
Apparently, no regret was on holidays.
Yeah, holidays, my ass. What an excuse. Holidays for 9 weeks. Who is he? The fucking Prime Minister? Shut up. Are you serious? He was on everything. He was on everything. And then as soon as you went on the losing streak, we were on the winning streak, he disappeared. Oh, my Lord. No regrets. Don't bother putting out your messages. I don't associate with a bunch of losers.
Hang on. The fans, the supporters want it. The fans, the viewers want it. You've got to show what the viewers want, Rocco.
You know what? I'll show you something. Oh, you can't see it because I can't lift it, but I've got a mouse in my hand. You know what that means? I'm in charge. You understand?
I thought it was a rat.
If No Regrets wants to put his stuff out there, man, start your own show. And you, Manny, if you want to run it, you can easily. I've told you, you can do everything, and I'll come on at fucking 6:59, and I'll jump on like you and look stupid if you want. You want to do that? No, then shut up. All right.
Shut up, Manny.
This has been good. No. Trust me, it's not going off you, Mark, because
The
I
keyboard,
want everyone not to forget, right, what Mark has said, because I'm going to put this on TikTok because we only get like so many views, but I want this to go around the world because this was the best, mate.
Hopefully it does, mate.
All right, can you stop putting messages up because you're blocking up the thing, No Regrets. As I said, I don't put up fair weather supporters like you. Anyway, all right, so this has been a good start to the conversation. We did have a few things here. Oh, actually, Manny, I've got something for you, mate.
Yeah.
I actually found Magpies are trying to raise some money, and they're starting a new movie, and it's this one here, man. It's the Collingwood Barbie, mate. This is
Oh, wow.
that's your leader of your cheer squad.
It's a good show, that apparently.
Joffa's really taken a turn
Manny
for the
would know
world.
about it since he's such a plastic supporter. I'm a plastic man living in a plastic world.
You'll find that she's promoting that show down Johnson Street in Collingwood.
What's that?
She's actually promoting the show Barbie down Johnson Street in Collingwood.
No, she is funny. That's aside from her other job there. All right. what did we? Well, since we're going, what did we have to say? Because I even forget. We might as well mention this. Let's mention a few things. We do have to mention this, right? I did want to mention this, guys, because this is important to me. We have to congratulate him, don't we? Back-to-back Coleman medalist again, mate. Now, I just want to say something about this guy. You talk about someone who comes back. Just remember, only a few years ago, man, he had major knee surgery, and the bloke had 2 years out of footy, man. And he didn't only do it once; he did it a couple of times. And I have to admit, even I thought, and the Coles supporters thought, that Charlie Coleman, Curnow, wouldn't ever get back to his best. So to get back and win back-to-back Coleman, which is the first time any Coleman player has done it, right? I have to congratulate him, and a good job to the man, and definitely the best player in the competition at the moment.
On you, Charlie.
He did well. As I said, anyone that can come back from a long-term injury, but not only that, he had a few. And as I said, man, he was almost 2 years out of the game, man. And the second time he did it was just incidental, man. He just it just went on him again, you know. And that's when you start thinking, far out, man, this isn't good, you know what I mean? But to come back, anyone that can come back from adversity like that and get back to the top of their game has to be congratulated. So, so well done to Charlie. Kurt, I can't wait to see him.
Gordo.
Made for finals, mate. I'm telling you, mate, he's made for finals. A big forward up there, mate, is the fucking ultimate, man. What else have we got here?
So you're finally going to see finals football as an adult. That's fantastic.
What are you talking about, man? I'm fucking 53, mate. I've been to three grand
Well, there you go. You see, I'm even giving you a compliment, and you don't know when a compliment's coming your way. You're a
How
buck
is that
of luck.
a compliment? See, you're finally seeing finals football in your adult age. I bet you I've been to more finals games than you've actually been to games.
Yeah, no, I think you're dreaming.
You reckon you've been to more games?
Yeah.
Manny.
Finals, yes. Finals games, yes. So
you've been to more finals games than me.
Whatever you like. For the last 10 years, you haven't been. Last 10 years, you haven't seen finals football.
Manny, now I'm going to say it again. Open up your fucking big fat ears, right?
Yeah.
I've been to more finals games personally, right?
Yeah.
Than you've been to actual games.
No.
You don't reckon?
No.
How many games do you go to a year?
Well, this year I've only been to 2 games.
Last year, when's the last time you got a membership?
Membership 3 years ago.
All right. Now, you sure you want to take that back?
And
you don't want to take that back?
There was
you sure you don't want to take that back? I'm going to give you a chance to take that back now before I make my next statement.
Why do I have to take it back?
All right, cool.
I don't have to take it back.
I rang up the club because I wanted to see about a Collingwood membership.
Keep dreaming, mate.
I did, mate. I did. I did. And I wanted to sit next to you, and your name is not in the system.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
I'm telling you. I tell anyone to go and ring them and find out if your name's in the system.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine, okay, yeah. Keep dreaming. Hey, listen, maybe if you think about you want a job as a detective,
I'm not taking this off. I'm telling you now, I rang up the club for a membership because I wanted to see where you were sitting, and I was going to get a fucking membership.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
Right? And your name, I asked, because what you can do, hey, Quinn, can you ring up your club, and you're in the membership, and find out a particular person where they're sitting to see if you can sit next to them?
No.
Yes, you can.
No. You can't get personal details, but if you say that you got a friend that's got a seat and you want to sit next to him, you can request that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And your name was not in the system.
You've got to know the seat. You've got to know the seat.
No, you don't.
Tell her. Yeah.
No, you don't. You can ask to sit next to somebody.
Hey, listen, mate. Listen. You're driving down the highway, a brick wall's come up, boom. Just take it easy.
What do you mean a brick wall? I'm telling you, Manny. What do you think?
You've hit a brick wall.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Stop it.
Your name is not in the system. You are the perfect plastic bandwagon supporter. I asked if I could sit next to a particular person and they couldn't find your name.
Keep dreaming.
No, I'm not dreaming.
You
You've
wouldn't be able
made
to
a
sit
statement.
where
You've
I
actually
am
made a
sitting.
statement and you're wrong. You lied again.
Where I am sitting, you won't be able to sit.
Mannerisms. Lies about ever being a member.
Hey, you wouldn't be able to sit where I'm sitting because you're a Carlton supporter.
Why? I can get a membership. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't go, I'm a Carlton
membership.
supporter. I say, I want a membership, right?
Yeah.
And I want to sit in this particular, I want to sit next to this person.
To be sitting, where I'm going to be sitting, it's all Collingwood.
But if I get a Collingwood membership, you banana.
Yeah. Nah. Keep dreaming.
Well, yeah, nah.
Why didn't you get one?
Because your name wasn't in the system.
You're talking shit, Rock.
I'm telling you, mate, your name was.
You're talking shit, Rock. You're talking shit, Rock. You're talking shit.
I'm not.
What if Manny doesn't want you to sit next to him?
Yeah.
So what if Manny doesn't want you to sit next to him? What if you ring up the club and say, I want to sit next to Manny, and they go, oh yeah, okay, and then they wouldn't allow that. I don't think they would allow that.
What do you mean?
Hey,
You've never rang up. So I've rang up this year. What are you talking about?
They wouldn't be able to disclose that.
Oh,
they would not be able to disclose that.
Listen to me.
They're not allowed to. And I tell you why they can't do it.
Shut up. Listen to me for a second. This year, right? This year, I rang up the Carlton Football Club, right, and told them I wanted to sit next to particular people, and they checked to see if there was room around that area.
Well, what were they? Carlton? Were they Carlton supporters?
It doesn't matter if they're Carlton supporters. I'm saying if you say I want to sit next to somebody, they'll see if there's availability.
They won't disclose it.
Quinn.
Yeah, because that person might not want to allow you to sit next to them.
They won't. Hey, listen.
It's pretty rare that someone. It's pretty rare that someone would ring up and request to sit next to someone that doesn't want them there. So,
all right, Manny, do the same. Manny, that's a little bit of homework for you. Ring up the Carlton Football Club and say, I want to get a membership. I want to sit next to Rocco, and see what they say.
Hey,
done.
Can I just say?
Done.
Can I just say?
Prove it.
Can you request to see if you can sit next to a particular person, or if it's not around there in that bay?
No. Now
you can. You just can't get personal information.
For the fucking membership department. Don't say no.
Now let's just move forward a bit. The other day, I was.
No, we're not moving forward. You were found out again. You said that you've been a member in the last 3 years, and that could have been easily found out. The last 3 years,
that would have been through COVID too.
Your name is not in. Your name is not in the Collingwood
Slow down, darling.
system.
You're talking shit. Slow down, darling.
I'm not.
Anyway,
no, I'm not, Manny. Your name. No, I'm not going to let this go. Your name was not in the Collingwood system. You lied again.
They will not give you my details.
I didn't ask for your details. I asked to sit where you were sitting.
They will not allow that.
Quinn works for the bloody membership department. He just said they will.
They won't allow it.
Oh my God, we got someone that works in there.
That won't allow it.
I'm telling you. I tell you what, I'm going to be at Collingwood on Friday.
Oh, he will
find out.
There you go.
Find out, Quinn. Find out.
Now,
here we go.
Can I just say?
I would say, Manny, I would stop now before he finds out the truth.
Yeah, mate, you know what? You can do whatever you like. Now, can I just say that
you're so easy to get found out, Manny?
No, you're talking shit now. Now you're talking shit. Now,
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I saw Rocco the other day, and I was about to go and say hello to him, but of course, Rocco has become so famous. I don't know whether it's this. I don't know whether it's this show here. I don't know whether it's his other show. I don't know what it is. But a bloke walked up to him and said to him, "Can I please shake your hand?" I tell you what, man, the bloke is a superstar. You know, we've spent the last
When can I be famous, Manny? When can I
doing
be
this
famous
show,
as well?
doing this show.
After today, I reckon you're going to be famous, man. After those statements today.
Yeah, that's right. You got to get it out there, mate.
Yeah.
That was a
Hey,
wonderful deflection.
can I ask? Thanks, Wayne. You obviously don't know what someone's stone looks like. You got me confused with Mark. Now, do we know about the All Australian team? Has that come out yet? The top 22. Do we know what's going on?
No. We don't have the All Australian team yet. But just quickly, I will quickly shout out a couple of players. Some awards have been given. I've got the live blog in front of me. So,
Go for it, mate.
So Zach Butters took out the Coaches Award for this season. So he's taken out the AFL Coaches Award. Harry Sheasel is the rising star for 2023. That'll come as no surprise. And Nick Dacos was awarded the best young player in the competition by the coaches.
Good
So
stuff.
I reckon
There's
if Ashcroft didn't get injured, mate, I reckon he would have taken those honours. But anyway,
it would have been really close because they're both having unreal years. But I've got the live blog happening. So if anything else pops up during the show, I'll put my hand up and I'll spit it out for
All
everyone.
right.
cool.
What we do, because now that we've exposed Mark as being, I don't know, he's on drugs, and we've exposed Manny as being a liar, never been a member of
No.
Collingwood.
Don't go down that pathway, mate. Because next week you'll be chewing your words.
I won't be chewing my words.
Oh yeah,
You've never been. Your name is not in the system.
you will be chewing your words next week.
I won't be. And if I am,
Yeah.
I'll admit it, but I won't.
Oh, you won't have to admit it. It'll be clear as day, my friend. It'll be
I
clear
hope
as day.
You better hope so.
Oh
You
no, I
better
don't hope.
so. So
No,
the
I
only
don't
way that could happen, and then people will find out. The only way that could happen is you become a member now.
No. Keep dreaming.
All right.
To keep dreaming. Anyway,
All right.
what were you saying, Mark?
All right.
What was I saying?
Yeah. Well, actually, one of our viewers said that you would look good in a Barbie suit.
Oh, here we go.
Mate, I'd give it a go. I would give it a go, bro. No problems at all.
Does Manny have any teeth? He has.
Yeah.
That's one thing. He has.
I do.
Nick
I have to
is a
admit, I do. Yeah. I do.
Oh,
They're not real, but I do have
Nick
to.
Dacos, he is actually one of the softest players I've ever seen in my life, but I think he is worthy of the best young player. What we can do, what I have got up here is, what have I got up here? I have got, we can put this up, and what we did discuss this. I don't know if Manny got the notes, but here is the All-Australian squad. So this is what, Manny, can you see that?
I can vaguely see it, but I can see that there's five players from the Collingwood Football Club.
All right, so you know how it works. So this is the All-Australian, AA. That's what that means. It doesn't mean alcohol.
Yeah, this is the 44. This is the 44.
So these are the 44. So this is the 44 they choose from, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? To be fair to Mark, there's three great Essendon players that are there, which surprisingly, it's a great players. Sometimes don't reflect on
they deserve to be in the squad, mate. They deserve to be in the squad. I mean, again, just give credit where it's due, mate. Like Essendon obviously fell away the last 4 to 5 weeks, but we're all contenders, mate. So there's a good players that are deserving to be in that squad, mate. So although we didn't make the finals, we were very disappointed in the last 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, even though we won a couple of games. But at the end of the day, there was some good signs, mate. Some good signs.
All right. So what were you saying, Rocco?
You did fall away. You just showed how far you are off the pace.
That's all right. Well, there's always next year.
And everyone's starting to notice that too, that you've kept the recruiter.
Okay.
You get rid of everyone and you keep a recruiter there for 20 years.
I tell you what,
story.
if Collingwood loses from Melbourne and Carlton wins.
All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that soon, Manny, because I have got that on the run sheet here. I just thought that what we're going to do is just a little bit of a thing here. I thought all of us could do a little bit of you saw the All-Australian team.
Yeah.
There's always a couple you think, and we'll just use our own teams because probably we know them best. Or maybe not you, Manny. You probably ask someone. Is your son around? Because I reckon he would know.
No. I've got one player who missed
No,
out.
we wanted 2 from each team, so we can go. You want to go first, Manny?
I've got Ginnivan with me, so Ginnivan's going to help me out.
All right, go. What are the 2 players you think that Collingwood? 2 Collingwood players that should have been in the A&A.
2 players that should have been.
Yeah, that are not from your team.
That are not from my team.
No, that are not in from your team. You know, you've already got your 5. Are there anyone that's missed out that you thought that should have been in there? And we did give you a little bit of an out and said that you can go back to the 80s if you want.
Oh, yeah, I know. And you know what? And I actually didn't like that. I thought that was, look, I think Pendlebury this year, with the way he played and, the fact that he's I know he's probably not, it probably hasn't been the best he's had, but I think he's probably one person that should have been in there. Pendlebury, I think, should have been in there, my opinion. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's because I've got a soft spot for him. So I think, but I think, I'll just stick with that. I think that the rest, you can sit there and say that we've had some good players that have had good season. We've had players that have had a mediocre sort of season, but I would have liked to have seen Pendlebury in there, mate.
You know why? Any reason why? Like, you got to have a reason why. Like, really, Pendlebury has had an all right year. Who would you take out? Who would you take out of the midfield to put Pendlebury in?
Well, I haven't seen the other players that are from the midfield there, but I think it would.
We just had a look at it.
I mean, I wouldn't take the Goey out of there because the Goey has shown that he's proven to be have had a really good year.
He won't make the team. He shouldn't be there.
But I don't know. It's
all right. So Pendlebury, you only had one. It's probably the only name you know.
I know a lot of players.
All right. Then what's another one that should have been in there, and for what reason?
Well,
why, Manny? Everyone's asking why you chose Pendlebury. Seriously. That is the worst decision I've ever heard in my life. Pendlebury, he's a great player, Pendlebury, but
I know the fact that he broke the record this year. The fact that he broke the record this year.
What's that? All right.
That's deserving. He's
so
really
what? Because he breaks the record. So if he played 300 and he played like one game this year to break the record, you would put him in the AA.
Yeah, but no, hang on. But you're changing things around now. Yeah,
I asked you 2 bloody players from your team that should be in there, and you're giving me because he broke the record.
Oh, you asking me?
Manny.
I'm giving you a name. All right, Jamie Elliott.
What for? Who's he going to take a spot of, Jamie Elliott?
Well, you're asking me. You're asking me. Well, I reckon Elliott this year.
For him to come in, you've got to have. He's got to be better than the ones that are in there, the small forwards that are in there.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, these are small forwards that have been chosen. I can't see. I haven't got the chart in front of me to see, or the list to see who are the other small forwards there. But if you're asking me, I think Jamie.
Put it up there. Who can he take? Who can he take over?
Well,
actually, I've got a bit of a task for you. You don't even have to tell me. Just tell me who are the small forwards here.
That writing's so small, I can't read it, mate. That's killing me.
Can everyone else read it?
I'm struggling with that.
Yeah, I got it.
Everyone else can read it. Who's the small forwards here?
All right, let's get rid of Liberatore.
He's not a small forward. And you're going to get Liberatore. Liberatore's had one of the best years of his fucking career.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But so has Jamie Elliott, and Jamie Elliott's playing finals football.
That's got nothing to do with the AA anyway. I'm wasting my time here.
Well, hang on. Why shouldn't it? Why shouldn't it? I think at the end of the day,
I ask you, if you tell me, right, that you should put in there, either give me some stats about him or tell me who he should replace.
I don't know who should replace. But you're asking me two players? They're the two players.
All right. You just threw out two names, and two of them probably. Jamie Elliott hasn't had his best year, right? He's fallen way off, right? And the second one is Pendlebury. Are you serious?
They've both been consistent.
But that's got nothing to do with anyway. All right, this is going nowhere. This is unreal. All right, I asked you, and in actual fact, what I did was, did I ask you today, guys? I've sent you a message and said, give me two guys that you think and why, and that's what you came up with. That's because you come on at 6:59. All right. Anyway, Mark, I'll leave it to you. Give me two players at Essendon. Let's have a look back here. We can have a look back here. Apparently, only Manny can't see it.
Yes.
There's your players. Kyle
Langford, Merritt, and Redmond. Yeah. So congratulations to those three guys.
Yeah, and they've had good years.
They've had pretty good years so far. But you're looking for two players that should be also in that squad.
Yeah, in the squad to give themselves a chance. Like the AA, the actual team hasn't come out.
So those three players obviously do deserve to be in the All-Australian squad, to be quite honest with you. But who missed out, I think, would have been Nick Martin. Obviously, all year, was a rookie last year, and he's grown in stature every week. I think he's averaged 27 possessions per game off the wing. Very, very good disposal as well. He probably needs a bit more of a build on him, but he's had a fantastic year, Nick Martin, and hopefully he can keep going for next year. But I think he should have maybe been nominated in the bench, or maybe the sub there. So Nick Martin for me, and Jordan Ridley has come up through the ranks in the reserves.
There we go, Seba. That's Mars's. That's my partner's there from the Jumper Punch. His brother Seba. Go Seba! We're sitting with Seba.
Yeah, Jordan Ridley, fantastic. I think at one stage he was leading the intercept marks in the back line there. Obviously, we haven't got too many strong players in the back line, as in big players as well. So it was a great effort for him to control the back line all year. Unfortunately, got injured towards the end of this year. So
you're getting some support here. Martin is a good prospect. There you go, mate. So
yeah, it could be actually trade bait as well. I was saying for number one pick at West Coast there, or the number one draft. But no, I think Nick Martin deserves.
You forgot someone.
Well, Setterfield, possibly, maybe.
Who the fuck Setterfield? Westerfield,
he played his first game back on the weekend on Friday night, and done really well. I was thinking, why'd you even bother?
I'm glad you've jumped on board.
Maybe he needs another pre-season behind him, mate, to get going.
He only had like 8 with Carlton, so yeah, he probably needs one more pre-season.
One more pre-season to fucking get rid of him. But yeah, they're my two players, mate. Honestly, there's not much really to choose from the Bombers, but if Kyle Langford could get in the top 22, I think he should be forward pocket, kicking 50 goals for the year as a third forward. Obviously, Peter Wright and Wiedemann didn't work out for us this year, but Kyle Langford, I think, should be named in the 22 in the forward pocket for kicking 50 goals, the top 10 in the Coleman medal. So, see how we go.
All right, good. I don't mind them. And to tell you the truth, when I saw your team, I kind of went for the same kind of players. Yeah, couple of youngers and someone who can kick around that 50 goal mark. Mate, 50 goals a year is pretty good, man.
For a third forward,
But apparently Jamie Elliott would be a better prospect this year.
You think?
How many goals did he kick? I don't know. I don't know his stats. You expect someone to actually come up with those stats anyway. All right, Quinny. I know who you're going to say straight away, and I think it's a disgrace he's not in the fucking 44. Sorry.
Look, we all thought Samson Ryan would make the team. I don't know how Samson didn't get the pick as the number one ruckman in the competition. It's unbelievable, but obviously not Samson Ryan. I was thinking I could string everyone along for clearly not Samson.
You should have kept on going because fucking Manny there, man. He had no idea who that bloke was. All right. So you got first of all, you got Dusty in, which I think he's had a good year this year, Dusty.
Well, just quickly on Dusty, I know the stats were going around, but throughout the season, he's averaging his disposals. He's averaging elite stats, inside 50s. He's elite. Contested possessions, elite, and score involvements. He's elite, and he's played 86% of the time as a forward this year as well. So he's a forward. He's basically a forward this year, and the stats that he's currently racking up as a forward have not been done in 18 years as a player. So he's having a very, very good season. I think he's gone under the rated, but. I had him because I don't
club,
but he's in. Yeah. So
I reckon he'd be fantastic, Quinn, at another club, mate. Those figures you're telling me now, if he was playing for something, like a Carlton or a Collingwood, imagine that. Forget it. Fantastic.
It's just because they
any club. If he plays for any club.
Oh, but someone
that's get compared to themselves, when they're in their prime. That's the thing with champions. You see it with everybody. As soon as a good player has their massive year, then as they get older, I go, they're not that good anymore, but they'll still be tearing up the competition. You're just comparing him to what he was in 2017 when he was a star. And I think he will stay at Richmond. I think Raymond's spot on there. So, Dustin's not one, but the one you were thinking of, Rock, and I think just about everybody else was as well, was Tim Taranto. I think he has to be in the squad. I don't reckon he would have made the 22, but he definitely had to be in the squad. I mean, again, he was averaging 28.8 disposals, elite. Clearances, 6.2, elite. Tackles, 6.7, elite. And then contested possessions, he was above average in those. And, he had a game where he had 33 disposals and 4 goals in a losing side. He had a stretch of games he was averaging over 30. He had a great year. He probably dropped off the last 4 or 5, but he had an outstanding year. It's just his efficiency that was critiqued a lot and probably let him down a little bit. But I think Timmy Taranto had a great year, and he should have been in the 44 for sure.
I definitely think I was surprised Taranto wasn't in there. We all said throughout the year how good he was going, man. He kept on getting a heap of the ball, man. It was probably your match winner for most of your wins, So definitely.
What's paying for the Brownlow?
I haven't looked. He wouldn't be close to the Brownlow. I haven't looked, but he'll get it. I reckon he'll get between 15 to 20 votes. He's had a few games where he'll rack up his 2 and 3s.
But he loves Martin. Jesus Christ, man, he's fallen in love. And Seba, he's a full.
How do you not love Dusty though?
No, you can't.
Yeah, we all love Dusty, mate.
He is the best finals footballer since the Dominator for Carlton. I'll tell you now, mate. When you perform in finals like that, and to win 3 Norm Smiths, man, you can't beat that. All right, let's go to me.
I've got one more. I've got one more.
Sorry, yes, because sorry, no, you're right. Because
Come on, Rocco. Tell all about you, mate.
Yeah, because Dusty made it. Dusty made it.
You can take control if you want, Manny. Anytime you want to take control of the whole jumper punch, you can do it.
Hey, Quinn, go on, mate. Rocco apologises.
Anytime you want to take control, instead of coming on at 6:59 and 30 seconds and then expect to run the show, you can do it whenever you want, mate.
All right. Thanks, Rocco. Go on, Quinn.
Well, one player I thought halfway through the year would have been All-Australian, but not anymore. I thought Noah Bolter halfway through the season was a good chance, but not now. But the player I had there was Shea Bolton, was another one I wouldn't have minded seeing sneaking into the 44. He had a good year as well. I think the only thing that let him down was his goal kicking. He can't kick a set shot to save himself. He was on the run, no problem, but his set shot, he really let himself down. But again, he was above average in disposals. He was elite contested possessions, elite in clearances, elite in score involvements, and he was elite with meters gained. So he had a great year, but his goal kicking let him down. So a little bit stiff as well, I thought.
Yeah, good player, Bolton. I wouldn't, one of the better small forwards Yeah, one of the better small forwards. Yeah, probably. There, Manny reckons that Jamie Allett would be above him, but anyway. All right. Hey, listen to this. Look, I'm is it my shot? Have you got any more? If you can,
Yeah,
you can have more.
yeah.
I just gave you 2, but have you got any more?
Oh, you put the whole side in while we're at it, but no, that's it
All
for
right,
me.
thanks
That's
for
it for
knowing.
me.
All
I think
right,
I
so
know who you're going to say as well, Rock. I reckon I know who you're going to say as well.
are these like already someone's put it up and these were mine. Was this what you're going to say?
Yeah, Newman and Shearer were my 2 that
Yeah,
I thought you were going to
100%. Now,
mention.
first of all, I believe that Chera should have been in that 44, 100%, man. He's going to win our best BNF. I can see his things here. And to tell you the truth, I would have put him if Carlton only had 3 and we got Kerno, which 100% guaranteed, right? Wiedering, I think, deserves in the 44. I don't know if he's going to make the 22 because he had a slow start to the year, but he finished like his last 10 weeks have been superb. I think he actually leads in contested marks in the competition. So when it comes to contested marks, he's an absolute beast, you know. So, but we got also our captain Cripps in there. And I would have actually put Chera instead of Cripps in there. That's what I would have done. Chera's had a much better season than him.
Wow. It's a big statement. Big
why?
statement.
Why?
Big
What's a big statement?
Well, I'm just saying, it's a big statement.
How's it a big statement?
Well, Cribs is Cribs. You know, sometimes.
Check out the girlfriend. I'm not like you that just go on reputation. I'm talking about.
Hey, listen, you asked me a question. I'll give you the answer. Sometimes you got players like Cribs. It's just presence alone makes a difference. You know what I mean? And Cribs this year has clearly not been the best player for Carlton, but the fact that he's there, presence, changes the whole momentum of the team. It's simple as that.
Manny, if you know anything about the All Australian, it's rewarding the best players for the year. It's not on reputation. It's not on what you've done in the past. It's about rewarding the year. So whatever you.
You know what, Rocco? What you're saying right now is bullshit. Because if you're rewarding it, there are players like Quinn mentioned. What was his name? Taranto should have been in there. Right?
Yeah, I know.
There are players actually, you know, Essendon, we're not talking about Essendon this year. Right? But like you said, what was his name? Chera, whatever his name is. I mean, you know what I mean? So sometimes they get it wrong.
What the fuck are you talking about, Manny? I'm telling you go on a fucking honestly. It's my part. I told you what I think. You come up with the dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life, and then you say things like, people going to not make it in because, of course, they don't make it in because there's a selection panel. Shut up. Let me talk. Shut up. Oh my God! Just let me fucking talk. When I picked my players, I actually gave you someone that I think they could replace. You absolutely dumbass. You're an absolute moron. All right, can I get back to it? This year, is going to win the BNF for Carlton. He's definitely been our best midfield, all right? So to me, he should have been in the 44 tackles. He's 4.7 a game. His disposals, he's averaging 26.1. There's all sorts of the pressure. The marks are at 3.6. You know what I mean? Inside 50 is at 0.4 a game, which is clearance is 4.6 a game, which I think is very high. And his fantasy points have been at like 96. So to me, Chera should have been in the side, you know. So, but unfortunately didn't get in, so he didn't get recognised. As I said, he'll win our BNF this year, right? And the other one is, yeah, I know. I just got a message privately by someone who just said this sums up Manny. And then
who was it? Was it your
don't
auntie?
worry about who it was, man. And then the other one was Newman. And Newman, I think, is one of the best back pockets for the whole year, man. And if you look at his numbers this year, meters gained at 382 on average. He's got let me see his disposals. was at 23 a game, rebounds at 3.7, his tackles at 3.8, and the other one was his disposal efficiency was at 81% this year. He's been the rock for our team back there. You know what I mean? So all year, even when we were playing bad, and he could be coming, and because Curnow has had such a great year, I mean, Curnow, Chera, and Newman are leading. You know, like he's leading the jumper punch, BNF. He's leading. They're all in the top 3. So if I had to pick 2, Chera would have taken over Cripps, because I think Chera's had a better year, and I also think that Newman should have been in the side. So apart from that, but I don't think Cripps will get into the side, to tell you the truth. I think Curnow will, and Wiedering might get in there. But there's a couple of other big backmen there that'll take it, you know. So that's it.
Wiedering's almost deserving for 2020 and 21 when he got robbed. He's probably more deserving those years.
More is a soft. And as I said, if you look at the stats, he actually leads in contested marks and that, and in the competition. I think this was only like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so the stats might have changed a bit. He only got beaten in contested marks like 8 times out of like 70, which is extraordinary for a big man, you know. So Wiedering, I could see Wiedering make. I'll be happy if Wiedering, Curnow, the bookends make it. I'll be happy with that. As I said, I don't think Cribs has had his best year, but as far as a captain and a leader, like he stood up, he's been injured. Yeah, he's a star, man. Like, and we need him in our side. You know what I mean? He's the one that when we need a lift, you know, sometimes he doesn't play well for like a couple of quarters, but he lifts in that last quarter and gets 9 and 10 contested possessions. He's always right up there in tackles, 9, 10 tackles a game, which is huge for a player, you know? So anyway, that's my thing. All right, that was pretty good, Manny, mate. The mannerisms are fucking flowing here, mate. I think that was the dumbest statement. All right, anyway.
Well, I'm sitting there, I couple of you're captain, and you fucking sit there and you say what you say, whatever. Okay.
What did I say, Manny? What did I say that was wrong?
Well, I didn't say anything wrong. All I'm saying is that as you finished it up, I say Cripps is a great captain. He's a great leader. That's
but
what
he hasn't had a better year than Chera.
Okay. Well, then someone's not getting you right then. Who the fuck are these selectors?
No, but that's, oh my God. Who are the selectors, man? You don't even know who the fucking selectors are. The point is, even the selectors say, like, there was actually an interview with what's his name? Kane Corns, but he's one of the selectors, isn't he? So Kane Corns said they asked him about Taranto. Yeah. And he just said, well, I'm only one of 6 people or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So they all pick their team, and unfortunately, everyone's got different opinions. But your statement,
players miss out. Players miss out.
How many do you reckon Nathan Buckley picked all of the Collingwood players?
No.
Come on, Raymond. If I shush, there goes the show. I have to not shush. Take it easy, Raymond.
It's the show.
Don't let Manny shush, please, man, because between Manny and bloody Mark, man, this is gold tonight, man.
Don't be like that, mate. I thought you and I were friends.
The way you started, mate. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Seba's got one. Elliot for AA captain. The fucking plastic bloody player that bloke is too. All right. What do we got? All right. That was pretty good. All right. Listen, we haven't got much time. Fucking hell. We've been talking shit, man. Your rant at the start, Mark, that absolute rubbish you talked for went for like 20 minutes about the false accusations and that. But let's go into, we did finish off the year, so let's quickly have a look at this. This was the ladder for the end of the year. So, Manny, this has been your job. Can you see that?
Well, I can barely see it, but the Magpies.
You couldn't see the AA. That's funny, and it's the same font. All right, go.
That's because anyway, I can't explain it to you, but you just sometimes
you can't even talk. Yeah,
sometimes
because
just
you were
hard.
trying to get you were
like
trying to get
talking
away.
to
You
Brick.
couldn't even name who the fucking small forwards were, all the midfielders. Anyway, name this ladder. That's all you're good for.
All right, mate. Minor premiers, the mighty Collingwood Football Club. That's minor premiers for the 20th time, which is fantastic for the Collingwood Football Club. Carlton's finished fifth. Huge comeback in the last 10 weeks by Carlton, and Bombers just narrowly missing out there. What were they end up? Yeah, just narrowly missing out of the 8. And,
Yes, they did, mate.
And look at that. And looks like Richmond also narrowly missed out. If we're talking about what Mark was saying about Essendon, jeez, look at that. You missed out by 1.5 games. Narrowly missed out. That's got
They missed out by 2.5 games. First of all, not 1.5. Right? That's you can't even do your fucking maths,
Right.
mate. What's wrong with you?
44. They ended up with 44 points.
Who?
Essendon.
Yeah, by a game in percentage.
Not Richmond.
But Richmond 2 games. And congratulations to Collingwood winning the minor premiers as well.
44. They missed out by 1.5 games.
Who?
You're telling me I can't? Hey, Minka, what are you talking about?
Essendon missed out by one game.
But not Richmond. Richmond missed out by what? 2.5 games. But also that percentage, you might say, look, I look at percentage too, right? Percentage is a big indicator of how your year goes, right? And I look at your percentages and Mark, 88% just shows exactly where you are on the ladder. Also with Richmond, so you can say that you just missed out by 1.5 games. That's a false indication, man. Seriously, you just got over the last 2 sides, and then you got beaten by almost 200 points to finish off.
And like I did say, the last 4 weeks, and that can make a big difference. Four games of football can make a massive difference.
Not only the last 4 weeks, it was longer than that, Mark.
No, the last 4 weeks. I mean, because we lost against.
You win in the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Well, we lost against Port after the siren. We should have had that game won. And Sydney, we lost by 2 points. So it was the last probably 4 weeks where it took our toll. And when you get done by 125 points and 75 points the last 2 games, the percentage doesn't matter much, obviously, because you're not making a final. But
you beat Richmond after the siren.
No, it was before the siren.
Wasn't it just right about that?
Anyway, you're just picking and choosing. You're just picking and choosing which games you want. But anyway, use a way. And the best thing I love is your president he was in an interview and they actually questioned him about your recruiting and that, and he just was deflecting questions everywhere.
Yeah, he's lucky he's backing him up.
He's an imbecile, and if he thinks that your club's in the right direction, man, the first thing you got to see is, man, use a way, and your recruiting is terrible. Anyway, let's go.
First and foremost, you got to look at it in how desperate the Essendon Football Club got. This coach was at North Melbourne, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What did he achieve at North Melbourne? Let me tell you. Monkeys at the Royal Melbourne Zoo can tell you, because they were his best fans. Peanuts. That's what he got. He got peanuts. So all of a sudden, what have they done? The desperate, drug-affected Essendon Football Club thought, you know what? Let's get him on board. You know why? Because you were so desperate. You thought it was going to make a difference. Mate, not even the gods, not even the heavenly gods are going to be able to do anything for you, mate. Forget it. You've got no
Time
hope.
will tell, Manny.
No hope.
Time will tell, mate. Time will tell, mate. Time will tell.
That's an easy statement, Mark. But seriously, man, the first thing you got to look at, and you've got some serious problems. But anyway, it's enough talking about seriously. I might as well go down fucking St Kilda and talk to the drug addicts there on the beach when I'm speaking about your side. So I don't really want to talk about your side anymore. All right, but let's go into you's finished shitty, so you's just a shit side. What about your shit side, Quinn? What do you say?
Yeah, no one begs fucking Quinny, did they?
No, I'm going to get stuck in the Quinn. Might as well. We might as well get stuck into them while we can. Tell me, Quinn. don't do that because now you're making me. It's like Hulk Hogan, mate. Oh, that was
tell
the
you
Rock,
something, brother. Yeah, that's the Rock. That's the Rock. That one.
How do you give a quick summary of Richmond this year?
Pretty shit. I mean,
see, Mark, that's how you do it, mate. That's how you do it.
Nah. They're going to get even worse.
It's the ladder and the stats all speak for themselves. We were in a lot of games of footy, but I think our biggest issue was we just couldn't hit the scoreboard. You look at, we have no genuine small forward that kicks a lot of goals. I mean, Jack Rewalt should be a number 2 or number 3 forward at best, not the number 1, and he only kicked 33. We needed a key forward and Smalls to actually convert goals. I think other than that, we weren't too bad in our terms of defense. Our midfield wasn't too bad. It was just conversion. We couldn't kick straight. If you look at all the games throughout the year, we got pumped in, I think, 2, and all the rest we were within a goal with in the last quarter. So it's just our conversion rate that let us down, and that's shit because we should be better than that. So
yeah, and look,
you haven't got enough skillful players, mate.
You can't rip into him. Yes, I can, because that's all I've been hearing from Richmond supporters in the last few weeks. Oh, we've won our 3 flags and whatever. It's over.
I don't hold on to those.
You've had your time now, Quinny. You've had your time.
I love them.
You've had your time, Quinny.
I was going to say, I love it. We obviously did very well, but I remember when Hawthorn supporters 4 or 5 years after they won those flags would still count. I'm like, I never want to be one of those blokes. It just lives on those, those 3 that they won. So look to the future. We're shit this year.
You definitely something. I look at Colin. Oh, sorry, I don't look at Colin. I look at Richmond and I say, you've had your success. You were trying to get another one, right? And you fell short. And a lot of teams do that. A lot of teams have success, and then they try to get that next one because you've got that premiership list, and unfortunately you fall away. Now you've lost a lot of games, so you're going to kind of have to do, I don't like to say rebuild, but definitely a reset. Get some players in there, a couple of years. And and that's the other thing, they're going to have to get a coach. Manny, would you say if you make preliminary final, is that successful?
If we make it,
no. If anyone makes preliminary finals, right, this year, would you say that's a successful year? Because it's hard to win a grand final.
Look, I think the way at the moment.
Now just answer the question, Fark. I'm going somewhere. If you make preliminaries, if the 4 teams that make preliminaries, is that a successful year at least?
Yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no is because I think for Collingwood this year, ideally they want to be able to be in that grand final.
What about a team that? All right. What about a team that hasn't made a lot of finals, makes preliminaries? Is that success?
Oh yeah, I think if at the moment.
So Brad Scott took North, if I recall, to 2 preliminary finals.
Yeah.
So why is he a failure then?
Well, you're sitting there and you're looking at how many years was he at the club?
Doesn't matter. I just asked you. They weren't making a lot of finals, and at that time they made 2 preliminary finals under his belt. And at one final, if I remember correctly, they weren't far off making the grand final. So why isn't that successful? See what I did? See what I did, Manny? I took your bullshit statement. I made you fucking say something, and then I burnt you with facts. That's what you did.
No, you didn't.
Anyway,
no, you didn't, Rocco.
Anyway, let's go back into it because I'm really
You've got nothing better to do.
What do you mean? People are putting up. They're putting up statements. The preliminary finals are one of the hardest to win, and if you talk to ex-footballers, they say the preliminary final is one of the toughest games you can play getting into a grand final. You just said Brad Scott was a failure. You just said he was a failure in that, and then I put up that he made 2 preliminary finals. So you were absolutely wrong, and you're talking through your ass again. Yes, we will be putting that in the mannerisms. Yes, we will be. Okay. Again,
First
no,
and
seriously, man, you should really do a little bit of research. And you, you banana at the bottom, you should have known that, and you should have come back with that. Why do I have to fight your battles, Mark? All right. Before we keep on going,
you're all
Fight my battles.
Wait, what do you call it?
Your coach.
What do you
All
call it for rivals?
99, mate. Lucky
Here
Carlton.
we go.
Lucky.
That
was Carlton. That was Carlton's grand final. 99. They played North.
What was that? North we played 99, but we beat you in the preliminary, remember?
Yeah, well, that was your grand final. We should have really won that game, and we would have won that year. But anyway, we didn't. No, that's right.
But you didn't. And that year there, I fucking grabbed all your chairs that you were setting up outside the ground, waiting for grand final tickets, and I was throwing them across the
waste of a year for you guys. That was a waste of a year for Carlton that year, mate.
And a waste of a year, and a waste of a year for fucking Essendon too.
Anyway,
we made everyone pay. We made everyone pay the year after that, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we won it a few years before that. So what do you want? Anyway, you used to just forget about it, Mark. Seriously, it's 7,000. It'll be over. I think it's 7,300 days since you won a final. So really, I wouldn't be talking. Anyway, week 1, and this is all next week. Collingwood play Melbourne on the Thursday. Carlton play Sydney on the Friday. I've got my tickets. Manny naturally hasn't got his. Second semi-final is St Kilda and GWS, and then we got the second qualifying final with Brisbane Lions and Port Adelaide. So they are the finals. What we'll do is next week we'll go into the finals, and we might go.
No tips for this week on it.
There was we did do our tips, and I'll just show you what it ended up with, and there you go, man. Mark and Rocco on 133. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue through the finals, yeah? So we'll just see where it ends up. So,
maybe Quinn and I, because we're out of the race, or is that
just continue because you're still fighting for the last spot?
I'm not fighting for.
Yeah, you and Quinn. If he can overtake you,
I doubt it.
What we'll do is we'll go all the way through the grand final and we'll get a final winner. You happy with that, Mark?
Oh, I'm happy with that, mate. I'm easy.
All right, good. So that's it.
Boys.
All right. I got my tickets. See you there. Yep. No worries. Manny got his tickets in the general public sale.
Are we talking about? Are we going to talk about tipping next week? Is that what we're doing?
Well, what, you're going to tip the fucking week before? What about if half your team falls over this week? Of course you're going to tip next week, you banana.
Hey, I asked a simple question. I'm getting abused here.
Why would you ask that? Like, we got a whole week that they haven't even done their first training for the week, and you want to go and tip 2 weeks prior. Why don't we tip? All right, this is what we'll do now. Everyone, let's tip for round 1 of 2024, everyone. Let's get ready. Like, what a stupid statement. Anyway, there's a minute to go. Unbelievable tonight. This has been like a unique experience for me. Everyone catch the interview coming on in about 30 seconds to a minute. It is Ian Aikens. Anyone know who that is? Do you know who that is, Mark? Don't say anything. Do you know who it is?
Ian Aikens.
Yeah. Do you know who it is?
Aikens.
Yeah. Do you know who it is, Quinn?
Yeah, I know the name. I don't know him well.
All right, but do you know what he's famous for?
Yeah, I know what he's famous for, but he's before my time.
You know what he's famous for, Mark?
Not really, no.
Do you know what he's famous? Do you know who he is? Manny? Of course you don't. You're a banana. He was, you're a banana. You wouldn't even know your players. He was the one who got king hit by Clarkson in the Battle of Britain. Bang, the big fight over in England. So in 1987. So we got to meet him. Fantastic player. Fantastic. He was a premiership player, everyone forgets, in 1987. Make sure you catch that. It was a very candid interview, one of the most candid I've had. And I'll just say to everyone, Did he make up with Clarkson? Did he, as he say, break bread? Wow, you'll have to watch the interview to find out what that was all about. But it is a great interview, and to get an insight of exactly what happened is amazing. So that's it. All right, guys. Everyone's saying good night, and we are all saying good night. Laugh and a half tonight. Cheers, boys. We are here to entertain. As I said, me and Quinn, we're professional. We try to do it. Mark, Manny, it's just natural for them to come on and look stupid. So anyway, me and Manny, I have to say, have got 2 weeks now of a little bit of fun. We got finals to look forward to, and it is pretty exciting for us. Used to can go to Bali, and that's about it. We're done. Are we done?
We're done.
Actually,
We are done.
we've got Quinn that's going to be coming up to help the Collingwood Football Club, so that should be fantastic.
Good on you, Quinny.
Mate, I'm ringing you up tomorrow to find out, because I know it's a fact because I actually did do it, but it'd be good just to get a confirmation from you. All right, everyone, make sure you catch the interview and make sure you catch us next week, because it's the big preview of the first final. Everyone, you two shut up at the bottom. Us two can go. Go Blues.
Popeyes!
Canada.